Hello guys! Welcome back to my channel. Ako si Chris, ang inyong hardinerong mangingisda.
Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are going to talk about peperomias. So let's start. So to start, peperomias are native throughout North and South America and throughout Asia. This care guide is may vary on different climates that you have. So I have a tropical climate. I live in the Philippines, so we only have two seasons, the wet and dry seasons. So excuse me for a few different care guides that I will tell you. So this care guide is not very internationally, but a few of the informations can be done with four climates. Okay, so let's start. So first, let's talk about potting mix. Potting mix for my peperomia plants, I use aeroid potting mix. So this aeroid potting mix that I bought from Pinatubo Farm here in the Philippines consists of cocoa chunks, cocoa peat. I think there's a cocoa husk in here, cocoa fiber, I think, and horticultural, I think. I can't remember the whole name. Horticultural, charcoal, and perlite. I think this is a perlite, or the tiny pumice. And yeah, I don't know the other contents of this aeroid potting mix. I only see the visible ones. So I use aeroid potting mix, and I also add to that aeroid potting mix, I also add dried leaves. You can use any dried leaves. For me, I can basically use any dried leaves, because our dried leaves that I use, or that is readily available here in my place, is we have a bamboo tree right here. So the dried leaves of the bamboo tree, I cook it, I sunbake it, wash it, sunbake it again, and then crush it to mix with the soil. Potting mix. I mix it with the potting mix, so it is very well draining potting mix. I have a very well draining potting mix, so I water this very frequently. So that's my potting mix. It's an aeroid potting mix with a mix of dried leaves. So next is watering. So watering your peperomias is different from every country and every season. Okay, so here in the Philippines, we have two seasons. We have dried and wet season. During dry season, summertime, I water my plants, or peperomias, actually 2 to 3 times per week. Okay, 2 to 3 times per week, because the potting mix that I use dries very quickly, so I water it very frequently during summertime. So yes, during wet season, during rainy days, I water it when the soil is dry. It's not even once a week, it's not even twice, or like once every 2 weeks. It's like once every 3 weeks, especially when a typhoon comes. Typhoons are super over exaggerated here in the Philippines. I don't know. So typhoons here are 1 week, 2 weeks sometimes, and even the typhoon is gone, it still rains. So I water this when the soil is dry during wet season. And also peperomias, in additional, are very susceptible to root rot. So be careful when you water them. Just keep the soil moist, but not wet. Moist is different from wet. So okay, now let's talk about lightings. Lighting your peperomia is different to each peperomia, like in each variety is different light requirements from one another. So There are some peperomias that are susceptible for lower light conditions, and there are some peperomias that are not susceptible for lower light conditions. So so in general, lightings is you can put them in a fairly bright indirect light condition. So depending to your peperomia variety that you have. So too much light is not good. It can fade this natural coloration of the plant, and too low light is also not good because it can, if you have a variegated plants, it can fade the variegation, or it can be the variegation will vanish, vanish. And again, when you have too much light, the variegation will, then fewer leaves will get full variegation, which for me is not very healthy for the plants. Yes, it's beautiful, but it is not healthy for the plant because full moon variegations, there are no chlorophylls on that leaf. It can't sustain the plant. It will dry off very quickly, I think. So just give it a fairly bright light condition. So I put my peperomias, actually all my peperomias, no, this is a bit lower light conditions. I put this in a lower light condition. So this type of peperomias and this one, I put them on a bright indirect light on a southeast facing window. Southeast facing window, so it gives a gentle sunlight and bright light throughout the day. So that's the lighting requirements that I recommend, or that I will tell you, because that is based from my experience. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you like it. I will add a few I will definitely add a few peperomia varieties in my collections. So subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you are updated to my upcoming videos. Hit the notification, hit the like button, and like my Facebook page and Instagram. Follow me on my Instagram account at Chris Mix Jungle. Also in Facebook page Chris Mix Jungle. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.